everybody. In today's video, we are going to do a fiesta bowl.
Taco bowl.
Chicken bowl.
Burrito bowl.
Fun bowl.
Fun bowl.
Spicy bowl.
Yeah.
It's a high protein bowl.
Ooh.
It's all of the above. You have the option to choose whatever protein you like. We're gonna show you how to lighten it up, make it super delicious, and super easy and fast.
You can use ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken, any meat you want.
Absolutely. The key to making this bowl healthy is we either use ground chicken breast or ground turkey breast. One of those is usually what we use. So if you're going to use a different meat, just keep in mind the percentage of fat that you're using. The higher the fat, the higher the fat. This recipe is a staple in our house. We have it almost every week. It's super easy to make and it has a ton of flavor. It's super high in protein and I know you're gonna love it.
Yes, I love it so much. It's mini approved. It's so good.
And if it's mini approved, that's really saying something because I know sometimes the kids are picky eaters and it's hard to find something that they like to eat. So what's better than mini approved?
Make sure to subscribe to our channel and
hit the dinger
so you get notified when our videos come out. Now let's get into this video.
So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is figure out the protein that you wanna put in your protein fiesta taco Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
We are gonna use ground chicken breast for this one. We usually use either ground chicken breast or ground turkey breast. Those are usually the two that we use in our bowl and it always comes out so delicious. So let's get into the other things that we always add into there. I like to do black beans and I like to do pinto beans. I actually do a combination of both of these if I have them. If I don't, I will just choose one of the two. But since I had both of them and I love both of them, I put those in. And then you're gonna wanna get a 20-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I really like this one. It's fire roasted. It adds a little bit more flavor. You don't have to get it. You can get whatever kind of crushed tomatoes or diced tomatoes that you like. You're gonna want them to be a smaller consistency of a tomato. You could use a puree if you liked. I personally like the chunky texture of the tomatoes chopped in it, so that's why I choose this. What I want you to know is that when you're making this burrito protein taco fiesta awesome bowl, you can really put whatever it is that you like to have in your bowl. The other thing that we're gonna do to give it some pizzazz and make it super easy so you don't have to measure anything, we're all about making things easy here. And for me, picking up this taco seasoning is so much easier than me having to open 6 little containers of spices and measure it all out. I like to be creative in the kitchen and I don't like to think sometimes. So things like this save so much time. At least for me, totally worth it. I really like this Southwestern taco seasoning from Simply Organic. Again, whatever taco seasoning you like, that's what you're gonna put in this taco bowl. And last but not least,
we have corn. I'm super excited because I love corn and I'm super glad that we can put it in our taco bowl. Now let's get cooking.
The last ingredient that I forgot to mention that you're gonna need is an onion. Either a brown onion, a white onion, or a sweet onion. Any of those onions are gonna be good. So go ahead and chop that up and get that ready because that's the first thing that's gonna go in your pan. We're using a sweet onion today because I had this chopped in the refrigerator and it's ready to go. You're gonna turn your pan on and let it start to heat up. And then once that starts to heat up, I'm gonna go ahead and spray a little bit of olive oil spray in there. Just a little bit. And then I'm gonna toss my onions in there. So you're gonna do 1 onion. If you'd like a little less onion, use a little less onion. If you'd like a little more, add a little more. But usually about 1 medium-sized onion is perfect for this dish. As well as I've opened the can of the beans and the corn and I've rinsed them off and they're drying out in the kitchen sink right now as we go. So first we're gonna saute these onions and make sure that they are perfect and cooked before I get ready with the rest of this. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of salt to this. Nothing crazy. I like to use pink Himalayan salt. That's just my preference, but you can use whatever you would like or you have on hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and saute these. You're gonna wanna cook your onions until they're done. And how do you know that they're done? They're gonna start to look translucent in color. They're not gonna be as opaque as they were when you first put them in. So mine are all done. The next thing I'm gonna do is put the protein in. And like I said, today we're using ground chicken breast. What I'm gonna do before I put that into the bowl is I'm gonna lightly salt and pepper one side of it. And then I'm gonna flip it over into the pan and salt and pepper the other side. So I'm going ahead and salting and peppering the other side. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my spatula and start to take this apart because I want it to get into crumbled pieces. So I'm just gonna go around in my pan and get this into little pieces while it cooks. Incorporate the onions in there while you're doing this. Now that the chicken breast is thoroughly cooked and in tiny little pieces, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to take my taco seasoning. This is just a trick that I like to do. And I'm gonna put it directly in the can of crushed tomatoes and stir it up in there before I put it into the pan, because I feel like this helps mix the seasoning into everything a little bit better. Now that I have this stirred up, I'm gonna go ahead and put this into my pan. I'm gonna go ahead and mix that around and make sure that everything is coated. You're probably most likely not going to need to add water to that taco seasoning because I mixed it directly in with the tomatoes. If you find that for whatever reason you do, you can always add a little bit of water to yours, but this just looks perfect. You can let this simmer for a few minutes and let all the tomato sauce incorporate into the ground chicken or turkey or beef, whatever you're making. And then once this starts to bubble up, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the beans and the corn. Now that we have this all simmering and ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my beans. This is when you can add in whatever you've decided to put in it. I'm putting in my pinto beans, my black beans, and the last thing I'm gonna put in is the corn. As you can see, this makes a huge amount. This will feed a lot of people for sure. Look how much is in there. So now that I have all of our ingredients combined, we're gonna put it into a bowl and add our favorite toppings. We could use cheddar cheese, onions, more salsa if you like, sliced avocado, guacamole. It's endless what you can top this bowl with. But let me show you how we did ours. Now that it's all done, I have mine in a bowl because I'm going to make a burrito bowl, taco bowl, fiesta bowl.
I made myself some tacos with it, so I have 2 little tacos, and then I also have some on the side that I'm gonna eat with chips. We really like to have it with chips. Sometimes I like to make it into a taco. Whatever you wanna do. You can make it into a burrito, we've done that, or you can just eat it in a bowl.
As well as you can even add lettuce to the bottom of it and make it more of like a taco salad. That's also another option. And for toppings, be creative with whatever you like to put on. You could do some fresh cilantro, some salsa if you'd like some more heat, and fresh avocado. Today, I'm going to go ahead and use some light Mexican cheese blend on top of mine, and I'm gonna do some fresh avocado because that's what sounds incredible to me.
The freshness of the avocado, and I love the flavor of the tomatoes in there. It's just so good. It's so flavorful, and I just love having this. The crunchiness from the tortilla chips is great, and I also like making them in tacos sometimes. It's just all really good. If you make this recipe or any of our other great delicious recipes, make sure to tag us on Instagram at www.healthyfoodiegirl. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching.
Keep cooking!